Yo, it's Guido. We have a coffee talk supplemental. It is Thursday morning, and I am not at work because our schedule has exploded once again, and we're back to the two-team thing. So the Rona is having at us here in Florida. So I'll take a nice little sip of coffee on a Thursday morning. It's fixing to storm outside. It's fixing to storm. I'm gonna be able to do something here that I don't get a lot of time to do, and give you kind of a weekend update, what's coming up on the weekend. So it's Thursday, we had a big 4th of July weekend coming, and there is a lot going on. So pretty cool, just take this opportunity. I am going to stream later today. Probably by the time you see this in the afternoon, I'll have been close to done with it. But there's some things I wanted to get out there. There is a CC competition going on. There is for the summer recruitment drive, you may have seen the article on the webpage. There is the summer special event, Highway Rock. We'll look into that. Give you some details for that. Tank University admissions are back up. Make sure you put your codes in. We won't get any further into that than that. And then we've got some July for so the Highway Rock and the recruitment drive are the two big ones. I'm all kerfuffled. I don't think I've had enough coffee this morning. But before we do any of that, we're going to do a little bit of bragging on myself. P43 TER. Holy cow, guys, this is a great tank. Oops. What a great tank. Let's check it out. I just finished my 100 battle challenge in it. I've done several replay reviews, tactics talks, whatever you want to call it, on this thing in the past. I have at least one more coming up for you guys, maybe two. Had a great battle this morning with one of you guys that mentioned it in the comments, and I think we're going to get his replay and see if we can do a dual view kind of thing. But look at this, 100 battles, guys, 64%, 1,029 experience in 100 battles in this thing. This thing rocks. What an amazing tank this is. Average is 1534. The average assist is 475. I got a 2.72 destruction. Look at the armor on that. Not amazing, but remember, it's a medium, right? So just enough to give people at same tier and lower tier a bit of trouble on occasion and let you live a little bit longer. Rocking a 43% survival in this thing, a 75% hit rate. What a great tank. Really enjoyed it. But the cool thing is, check this out. I'm going to go over here, and hopefully it hasn't changed. Oh, I hate it when it does that. It does it every time. Does y'all's do that one? Does it do that when you try to go to this thing? All right, so I'm number 1 in the M41D. I showed you guys that a while ago. This is not updated, so I'm hoping to see a push maybe into the top 3, but check it out. Number 4 on the server in the last 30 days, so June, 30 plus battles. Now this is interesting because it is the 2nd of July. This has not updated. It's hard for me to figure out, what is going on with this thing. What does that do? Does it matter if we go to yesterday? I'm not even close. Yesterday I just stunk. I stunk up the place at 0% win rate. All right. So anyway, that was cool. Pretty proud of that, and I enjoyed that tank. I'm telling you. And ended up 2-marking it. It's almost 91%. I may push for a 3 mark on it in the near future, but for now I've put it to the side because we're on to the other 100 battle challenge tanks. All right. So that is very cool. Now, let's talk about the things that are coming up this weekend. There is a 4th of July special. I may get to that in just a moment, but I really want to talk about two things. The first one is the summer recruitment drive. I put this in the Discord for those who are in the clan, but for everybody else, this is a contest amongst the CCs. This has a really, really good invite code attached to it. And what is happening here is there's invite codes for each CC. They have their own invite code. If you want to know what they are, they're right there. So click down on that list. You can see that good old me is right here, Guido1212, NACCR 072020. It's got links to my stuff, although the Twitch one is broken, or the YouTube, I can't remember. One of the two is broken for some reason. Just drives me crazy. But anyway, that's the code, and the items it gets you is, do they not have it? I'll have to go find it somewhere else. I thought the list was right there. That is a bummer. Anyway, what happens then is the CC who has the most accounts created, I'm going to be careful with that. We'll get back to that in a minute, but that's essentially it. We'll get this Alienware Aurora with a Toby tracker, with the lunar light, the horizon. This is I don't know. Is that the top Radeon or one of the top Radeon? I'm not that familiar with the Radeon graphics cards, but anyway, you know, it's a computer. Real, yeah, it is. It's a. In case you didn't know, it's a computer. Did you guys see? I got my American flag and hat. Am I overdoing it a little bit with the rah rah? You know, I'm a patriotic person when on occasion. You know what I mean? All right, back to this. So they're going to win that. All right, back to the part where I talked about the CC with the most accounts created. Obviously, they have some way that they're going to look at it. There's some requirement for how much it gets used. If everybody just blasts out sock puppet accounts, then that's basically rigging the system. I'm going to publicly ask you guys don't do that. But by all means, if you want an alternate account, you want to start over, you want to see what free-to-play looks like, you want to just see the new player experience and play some, you want to bring someone else on board, and that's really what this is about. Let's get new people into the game. Well, at least let them check it out, give them a really good code, and then they'll take a look at it, and they may decide to do this thing. So I'm going to actually real time here. Give me a second while I dig into Discord, because I want to tell you guys what the code is, because it is actually pretty dang awesome. If I can find it very quickly here. Hold on. Alrighty, I did find it. It is 1,500 gold. Yes, you heard that right. 1,500 gold. 14 days of premium. Yes, for 2 weeks of premium. A T-34 shielded, which is actually not a bad little tier 5. Medium caliber tank gun rammer, enhanced gun laying drive. They really love those things, don't they? They cannot give those away enough. And the improved vents, class 2. I hate to say it, but that is a better code than Guido Grind, but it is not a better code series of letters than Guido Grind, all right? I think we all know that. Now, what is in it for you? Obviously, you can do the refer a friend. If you're going to bring somebody on board, then there are some gifts and things that on the refer a friend. I'm not going to dig into it, but go to this page and press the buttons, and it will tell you how to do this. Take my code as the code. There'll be a refer a friend code for your friend. They put it into the Wargaming Center when they log in the first time, and out comes all this really good stuff. So you can do the refer a friend, you can start your own account, you can just give them the code and they can start an account. However it is that you want to do it. And that is a pretty cool thing. Now, if I'm not your favorite CC, the list is there, fellas. Ladies and gents, they're all there. Trob, Zero, Warchild, I've never heard of him actually. Devil Dog, I mean, they're all there. So whoever it is that you would like to push to win, I think it'd be really cool if we could get somebody that's not like, again, nothing against Klaus, but he's huge, right? So you would think right off the bat that he would win that thing. But check it out. It's pretty cool. Very cool. All right, so that is the recruitment drive. Now, the second thing, maybe third or whatever it is we're on, is the Highway Rock. Now, this is kind of interesting. The premise here is obviously the United States, hot rods, all that kind of thing. And it's a contest, and it is a marathon kind of thing to build a car. You're not gonna be able to drive the car, from what I can tell. I thought it'd be cool if it'd be a race or something, but it is a contest, and there are goodies to be got. So go to the Summer Event Highway Rock page, or the post that's on the main page. You need to sign in. Click on this, and then it will eventually take you to this page. So it's a lot like Tank Rewards, but it's not Tank Rewards. Break Tank Rewards is back on and has started today, I believe. So if we go over to tankrewards.com, you can see I've already got 200 points, and let's just completely be so random right here. We're going to go do this first. What are the gifts? What are the gifts? Hey, look at this. Nice. The A45 FV201 Tier 7, the AC4 and the Ram 2. Which reminds me of Guido Grind. We've got slots, toolbox, large rammers, we have kits, we have lots of fragments, we have food, some equipment. Ooh, coated optics. All right, that's me right there. Although there's the American school style. That's pretty cool. And then we've got some other smaller goodies on Tier 1. All right, so back to our regularly scheduled programming here. All right, this is a little bit hard to break down, and at first I went, holy crap, but first of all, you can get points if you want to share it to Facebook or Twitter. Go for it. There's 40 more miles. Who knows? Might help out. Rewards, collect all 18 parts to get access to the grand prizes. I haven't looked into that. That's I just noticed that. We're going to have to look into that. But here's the points I have. We'll dive into the UI in just a minute and let you take a look at what that looks like. And I'm a little bit late to the party because this started yesterday, so I'm some points behind. I've only got 20 miles. Then what you're going to do is you're going to buy chassis parts, engines, whatever it is, and you're going to get rewards. Now look at the little card that's coming up to the left there. When I hover over it, it's telling you what you get. We're going to go back to the page. It will show you the same thing. The key here is that there's 3 groups: nerds, preps, and greasers, which each have a chassis, engine, and everything else that belongs to them. You can join a team, but I don't think it stops you from unlocking all these different things. All right. So this is the page where you go to unlock it. Now let's go back to the main page here really quickly. So you got to go sign in to make that happen. Now you're going to create the vehicle. You log in. You're going to complete the daily missions. We'll get to that in just a minute. Now here's the things that you get when you unlock those pieces of the car and you build your car. I am assuming you can build all 3 cars if you get enough points. I haven't been able to dig out whether that's true or not, but I think it is. What you want to do though is when you pick your parts, you need to be aware of what the prize is. Now this page actually has a pretty good list of the prize. You can also get the prizes, like I said, by hovering, as my wife would say, hovering over things. But let's take it off of this page. 300,000 credits for any of the engines. They're all the same, but they're not all the same in all of the cases. The chassis has different rewards. Check this out. 10 personal reserves plus 50%. That is absolutely the thing you want. So whatever team you pick, and we'll get to that in a minute, I think the first chassis you should unlock is that one, so you make sure you get it. and I think this is the case in a couple places where it's just a plain old better reward. These are some decals. There you go. 10 personal reserve plus 50%. I don't know. I think I would get the nerd's body because that would be way more goodly. All right? It would be way more gooder as far as I'm concerned. But it is to taste. Over here we got personal reserves, 10 of them. Okay, day of premium account. If you're free to play, you might want to prioritize that. Accessories, same thing's going on. Maybe you need some garage slots. So just pay attention to what it is you're purchasing there. And then we've got touchdown, which is and camouflage anniversary large spots. I don't know what that one looks like. And then there's a day of premium. Okay, so that is the build of the car, which is what you're going to be doing here. Share. There's a grand prize, which I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh, okay, the big styles. All right, so if you unlock everything, collect all 18 parts. It's okay. I just answered my question, and yours, potentially. You can unlock all 18. So we get all 18. Once we do that, we can get some of these other prizes. Looks like some choices of things, and get these 3D styles with 200. Okay, there you go. We've seen this before, where if you finish these kind of build missions and things, then it unlocks another section. As I recall, what was it? It was that Chinese New Year thing, Lunar New Year, I believe is what it was. So once you do all these, it'll unlock these and you can spend your points. I did the maths. From what I can tell, something around 1,080 points are out there. I'm already behind because I missed a day, so I'm not going to get even that much. Again, we'll show what I think is the possibilities in the UI. So that's what's going on there. There's the unlock all components for these. Completed greasers, preps, or nerds. So if you want to prioritize one car or the other to make sure you get something because you don't think you're going to get every point, that's where you're going to have to start thinking about how you want to do this. So if you pick and choose through the different accessories, chassis, engines, and stuff, and you don't build a complete car because you're going after the different things you want, you may not get to a complete car and get this style. So that's something you're going to have to decide on thy own. All right. There's purchase prices for stuff here, how much they cost. There's the Galahad. Is that what's Sangha Sakura? These are other styles. Earn big rewards. Once you unlock, that's what we were just taking a look at. You can unlock these other 3D styles. The Galahad for the FB, the Hell style for the 103. Is that the Bravo? Whichever one it is. Yes, 103 Bravo. And then, hey, of course, the 105 EBR needs a new style ahead of other tanks. I'm just going to leave that there, and it's none of my business. Okay, it's none of my business. Now, you can, of course, purchase your way to greatness because it is wargaming, and that's how we roll, baby. All right, so if you want to purchase it, Here you go. You get some gold. You get a bunch of extra points. And it doesn't even say how much you have to pay. I guess because it's going to take you to the page and tell you how much you're going to pay. So if I wanted 1,200 points, let's see what happens here. Buy now. What is that going to do to me? What is that going to do to me? It's going to... Holy macaroni! Wow! That... Oh my... Oh my gosh. Wow. 75 bones. Dolores, simoleons. 3/4 of a Benjamin. Wow. Okay, let's. Whew. I'm a little. I'm a little verklempt. I'm getting a little flustered with that. I'm now. Holy cow! All right, part 2. Here's the competition piece of it. You're going to pick $75. All right. Team Greasers, Team Preps, Team Nerds. $75. All right. You click on it. There's a code. It puts it in. You're on that team. This is important. Why? Because down here, right now there's 411 greasers, 241 preps, and 690 nerds. I'm a greaser. If I was playing odds, I might join the preps at this point, guys, because as you get in the top 1 to 100, you can get 1,500 bonds, and these are points. When you put this code in, it's going to unlock these missions, at which point you'll get a token for each one of those missions you do. Again, we'll look in the UI for that. Depending on how many of those tokens you get, you are in place X, Y, or Z. All right, whatever it is here. Look, Wesley's doing well here. Eero Moon is the top nerd, and the best greaser is Black Aero. And then you can get these other gifts. And check it out, 1,500 bonds, a style, 750 bonds, or 250 bonds, even if you're in the top 1,000, which appears to be, I would imagine, pretty easy. This thing's been going on for a couple days, and we're only up to, and this may have a lot to do with advertisement. As we get to the weekend, I would imagine those numbers will go up. But there's a lot going on here. There really is. And I think I've broken down pretty well, pretty solidly everything. And anything I missed or nuances, please, everybody, put it down in the comments, because that's going to help everybody figure this thing out. But there's a lot of stuff to get in here. So let's jump over to the UI, and we'll take a quick look at the missions, because you may be asking yourself, what are these missions? Let's see. This is not my beautiful wife. This is not my beautiful house. All right, Highway Rock. Oh, I really don't like that. Wargaming, please fix that thing, whatever it's doing. Okay, top 10, 5 times, you'll get 20 miles. All right, this is for the unlocking of the vehicle, the chassis, the engines, all that stuff. Top 3, 5 times, you'll get 40 miles. That's not easy. That is an interesting thing, isn't it? I didn't really think about that. This is very simple. This is not so much for a lot of people. To do that 5 times, that could be 20, 30 games for some people. That's very interesting. Knowledge is power is just knocking out 10,000 base experience, and you can do that once. So these are all once every 24 hours. So if I do math in public there, I am showing 100. Ooh, I really screwed up my math on that. I didn't realize it was 100. See, I'm not very good at this. So 1,200, it would appear, is what the number of points or miles that were available at the beginning of the event. I think I said 1080. Maybe that's because I missed some. Anyway, that was probably my number, 1080. So 1,200, I think, is the number, and 1,200 shall be the number. What? Stop doing this, please. Wargaming, fix this thing. The Highway Rock Challenge, that's the one where you put the code in and pick a team. You're going to get tokens for doing either 950 experience base, a token for 1,000 base experience, and a token for 1,100 base. I can't tell if this is a 24-hour thing. I haven't managed one yet, so we'll take a look at it. What vehicles is it? Pretty much everything. It's at least tier 6, it looks like. Tier 6. Is it only tier 6? Hold the phone. All right, so that one's tier 6. What is this? Well, that's something I did not pay close attention to. This is tier 7 only. Okay, folks. This is something to keep in mind. This appears to be tier 7. I'll stop. Wargaming, you're killing me with this. Is this tier 8? Yes, sir. Well, I'm glad we figured that out. And is that actually in the write-up? What the heck? I bet it is. Yes, it is. Must be tier 6, tier 7, tier 8 to 10. Okay. So the higher experience requirements are tier 8 to 10. Now this guy's got 11 of them. This would seem to indicate you can do it more than once. So it's however many times you do it. It doesn't have much to do with 24-hour clocks, right? Because we're 2 days into it. The best he would be able to have is 6. So, all right. So it looks like it's not a 24-hour clock on the Highway Rock Challenge for the base experience stuff. Good to know. And that is that, man. Look, see, it just turned me off right there. I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. The CC Challenge, the recruitment challenge thing is ongoing, so check that out. Use that code, obviously, if you want a new account, have a friend. It's a great, great, great invite code. I mean, it is an absolutely amazing invite code. $75. Did I mention that that package is $75? Wow. I don't think I'm going to get over that anytime soon. So the Highway Rock thing we talked about, remember, you've got to go to the webpage. You've got to sign into that webpage, follow the links on the thing right here, click that big button, come down here, click one of these 3 team buttons. Don't click one of those buttons if you want. If you got $75, burning a hole in your pants and whatever. And so click those buttons, get set up for Highway Rock. Some really good prizes on that, by the way. I mean, yeah, absolutely get in there and start getting those things. I like that there's some credit boosters available. I'll be going after those bad boys pretty immediately. So like I said, recruitment drive, Summer Rock, the university missions, make sure you put those in. The July 5th bundles are here. We'll talk a bit about that on Sunday on Coffee Talk, on the proper Coffee Talk. I am not certain what the 4th of July event is. Let's just jump into that. All right, found the 4th of July stuff, but all I really know at this point is it's times 5 XP, which is cool. Independence Day weekend and discounts. Now, here's the thing. If we look at the garage right now, it looks like it hasn't started because we're on times 2s right now. So I would imagine tomorrow on Friday. All right. All right, guys, that is it for Coffee Talk Supplemental. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Sunday. We'll continue to have videos come out. I am going to go ahead and start streaming here in probably about 10-15 minutes, which will have been probably after you or before you see this. That's just how it works in the internet world, people. All right. Hey, thanks for coming by. Have a nice coffee. I enjoyed having mine with you and talking a little bit about tanks right here. This is Guido signing off. We will see you. $75.